So here we go. There is thousands of animals all over the world, surrendered or found in the streets without homes every day. Volunteering, we're able to socialize the animal, spend as much time with them, help them, rehabilitate them, and so with the hopes of maybe later on being adopted into a home or being fostered. Or some animals unfortunately do spend a lot of months and sometimes years in animal shelters because people always want puppies and kittens, not the old puppies and dogs. It is scientifically proven that spending time with animals helps lower your stress and blood pressure. Volunteering is an excellent way to be involved in your community. And my personal favorite thing you'll see is the value of giving to them without expecting anything in return. They just love being played with and held, and sometimes I bring them home. But the main reason that I think that you should volunteer at NAWS is because it meets important needs, takes very little time, doesn't really require much money except for gas getting back and forth. And to me, it provides me with great satisfaction knowing that I'm helping them and, the people that, started this whole entire rescue. Volunteers are very, very essential in running a nonprofit organization such as NAWS or any nonprofit organization. NAWS requires well over 10,000 volunteer hours a year, and honestly, you can help meet their needs. I volunteer about 3 to 4 times a week at about 2 hours every day, so it adds up pretty quickly. It takes very little time. Usually when you volunteer, it's usually about 1 hour to 2 hours, depends on what you're doing that day. Just think of it as a much deserved break from your school studies in order to help animals in much need. But some of you may be wondering whether getting there will cost you money. You don't have. I understand, being a student. It doesn't really cost a whole lot of money. If you're maybe worried about getting there or don't have a means of transportation, it is located in the suburbs. There are bus routes. The costs are very low. You can get to NAWS by bus for around $1 trip. You might have to make a short walk, but that's okay. Or perhaps, other people in our class or other people that you can get them involved and you guys can carpool. And I think in general, it will just make you feel good about yourself, giving back to your community and helping others, whether it be animals or humans. Many people volunteer to see the values that they see for themselves. My experience verifies the feeling of satisfaction that I get from volunteering. And I think at the end of the day, when everything is said and done, you can say, I tried to make a difference. We might not be able to change the whole world as one, but, maybe that, 5 or 6 hours that you volunteer that week, you might make a difference in an animal's life, a human's life, whether it may be, but with the rising number of animals surrendered or homeless and hungry in Illinois, we cannot expect that their needs will be met if we don't do something to help the problem. I implore you to give just a few hours of your time helping the animals in need at NAWS. It is well worth it, I promise, and it's not too much to ask. When you do start off at NAWS, it's mainly cats. you have to take a special class in order to work with the dogs. But it is very fulfilling. And I feel that, you know, if you're kind of like a homebody like me and you don't really get out as much, I feel that it's kind of gives you a purpose by helping them. And also there's other great volunteers and workers there that are amazing, that are super helpful, and you know, you basically just become like a little family. So maybe, hopefully within the new year, everybody could start volunteering, whether it's for animals, for humans,